Freedom Global News.
Independent National Electoral Commission says Niger State displaced persons to vote in camps in 2023. Academic Staff Union of Universities extends strike by 8 weeks. Several states suffer blackout as national grid collapses. Another foreign scene civilian convoy leaves Mariupol as Russia-Ukraine discussions resume on Tuesday.
Freedom Global News.
Coronavirus is real and deadly. Do not be confused. Get vaccinated against the virus immediately at the nearest vaccination center. This message is brought to you by the United Nations Children Education Fund, UNICEF. Good evening. You listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Today is the 14th of March, 2022. And now the news in full. The Resident Electoral Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Niger State, Professor Sam Egu, has revealed that the internally displaced persons in 14 local government areas of the state will vote in the IDP's camp if the security situation in the state does not improve before the 2023 general elections. He made this known during a stakeholders meeting with political parties, security agencies, and other citizens at the state's INEC headquarters in Minna. The resident electoral commissioner said the highest of no-go areas due to insecurity were in Shiruru and some parts of Umunya local government areas. He said the commission was already working to replace the PVCs for IDPs who have lost theirs and to also register those who have not registered before, noting that the commission was committed to inclusive elections, hence the need to factor how to make the IDPs eligible to vote. Professor Egu noted that INEC already has a policy for IDP voting, calling for support and cooperation from political parties and other stakeholders to achieve results. The head of Department Operations, Muhammad Babatunde Yusuf, said eligible voters from 270 polling units have been completely displaced from their homes, of which 49 polling units were from Munya local government area, Marika local government area with 100 polling units, Shuru local government area with 62 polling units, while Rafi local government area has 62 polling units that were affected. The Academic Staff Union of Universities says it will continue its rollover strike for another 8 weeks to enable the federal government address issues in concrete terms. The ASU president, Mr. Emmanuel Osodeki, said this in a communique issued at the end of its National Executive Council emergency meeting today in Abuja. Osodeki said the rollover strike shall commence by 12:01 a.m. today, March 14th. It could be recalled that the union had embarked on a nationwide warning strike to press home its members' demands from February 14th. The lecturers' demands include funding of the revitalization of public universities and academic allowances, university transparency, accountability solutions, and promotion arrears. Others are the renegotiation of 2009 ASU federal government agreement and the inconsistency in integrated personnel payroll information system, IPPIS. According to Osidiki, NEC noted that the union's leadership had held some interactive meetings with agents of government in the last 4 weeks that the strike had lasted. However, NEC was disappointed that the government did not treat the matters involved with utmost urgency they deserved during the 4-week period as expected of a reasonable, responsive, and well-meaning administration. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board says it has so far registered more than 1 million candidates as of Saturday, March 12th, in its ongoing 2022 exercise. The board disclosed this in its weekly bulletin of the Office of the Registrar today in Abuja. JAM stated that the registration for its 2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination and Direct Entry, which began on February 19th, would close on March 26th. The board said that 1,121,123 candidates have so far registered for the exercise. It added that more than 600 million cumulative amount derived from the regulated 700 Naira service charges of the exercise has so far been remitted to the accredited computer-based test centers. JAM said the policy has reduced the sharp practices associated with warehousing candidates by tying them to non-performing centers. On the sporting arena, Manchester United has confirmed that Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw have returned to training in double boost ahead of Head Champions League last 16 second leg showdown against Atletico Madrid after they both missed Tottenham's win due to COVID-19. United have been bolstered ahead of their Champions League clash against Atletico Madrid with the return of Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw to training. Respondent to Shaibu has details of this and other sports updates.
The Fair both missed the Red Devils 3-2 Premier League win over Tottenham on Saturday due to coronavirus, and there were concerns they could miss Tuesday last 16 second leg with Atletico Madrid. Fernandes and Shaw drove into the club's Carrington base as preparations continue for Tuesday night. The Red Devils later confirmed that both did take part in training. Man United confirmed Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw have returned to training in double boost ahead of Hugh Champions League last 16 second leg showdown against Atletico Madrid after Fair both missed Tottenham win due to COVID. Meanwhile, PSG coach Mauricio Pochettino has condemned their fans for booing Lionel Messi and Neymar despite their team's victory over Bordeaux on Sunday. The attacking superstars were jailed by their own supporters before beating Bordeaux 3-0 to go 15 points clear in Ligue 1. And on tennis, Padri Aruna bowled out in the second round of the men's singles at the ongoing World Table Tennis (WTT) Singapore smash after a grueling 3-1 loss to Olympic and world champion Ma Long of China. Aruna shone like a star of beating Korea's Lee Sang-soo 3-2, 11-13, 11-9, 11-7, 6-11, 11-8 in an explosive encounter, while Egypt's trio of Omar Assar, Ahmed Saleh and Dina Mashri were showed down the exit in the first round of the singles event. Similarly, British number one Imara Raducanu was beaten in the third round at Indian Wells by Croatia's Petra Matic, but qualifier Harriet Dutt went through by defeat Estonia's Kaya Kanepi. Raducanu, aged 19, was beaten 6-7, 3-7, 6-4, 7-5 by world number 79 Matic. That 25, 1-7-6, 6-3, and her run in this event could see her break into the world's top 100 for the first time. While Andy Murray suffered a straight set defeat by Kazakhstan's Alexander Bublik in the second round at Indian Wells, the Briton aged 34 had won his two previous matches against world number 33 Bublik, most recently in Rotterdam last month. But Bublik, who is 24, proved too strong for the former world number one on Sunday, winning 7-6, 11-9, 6-3 in California. Sinusi Shaibu Musa, Freedom Radio.
The global news is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com.
When my wife and I took up a life insurance plan with AXA, we thought only our children will benefit from it. We never knew it came with living benefits. So you can imagine our pleasant surprise when the free health check cover helped us discover my wife's illness on time, and we quickly got her treated before things went too far. The best part is, she was able to recover in time for our daughter's recital. Now that's what I call living with benefits.
A major part of being a parent is being present. Stay in the picture with AXA Life Insurance Living Benefits. Free health check, loyalty bonus, cashback, and permanent disability covers. Call 0700 AXA Mansert today to speak to an AXA financial advisor.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The national grid today experienced its second collapse in 2022, resulting in blackout across the country. The states affected include Lagos, Enugu, Kaduna, Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo State, among others. Confirming the development in a text message to its customers, the Eco Electricity Distribution Company said that the system collapse occurred on the national grid at 10:40 a.m. Also, Kaduna Electricity on Monday, while confirming the system collapse, assured its customers that power would be restored soon. In its notice to customers, the Enugu Electricity Distribution PLC said that the system collapse affected supply in Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. A federal high court in Abuja today fixed March 28th for ruling in a bail application filed by suspended DCP Abakari and others. Justice Emeka Nwite fixed the date after counsel to the prosecution and defense argued their applications for and against the bail plea. Reports say that Justice Nwite had on March 7th fixed a day for the hearing of the bail application after the defendants took their plea to the 8-count charge filed against them by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. The allegations bordered on drug trafficking. Carey and other police officers in the matter had pleaded not guilty to the counts preferred against them. While Carey pleaded not guilty to counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 leveled against him, the other 4 police officers who are defendants in the trial also pleaded not guilty to counts 1, 2, 3, and 4 filed against them. But Chibun Patrick Umebi and Emeka Alphonsus Izinwani were 6th and 7th defendants respectively, pleaded guilty to counts 5, 6, and 7 preferred against them. On business, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has updates.
The Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiatives (NEITI) has announced that about 2,119 companies operating in Nigeria's solid minerals industry were indebted to the Federation to the tune of over 2.76 billion naira. The agency stated this in a report of the mining sector for the year 2020, as it noted that Nigeria earned 624.45 billion naira from the industry in 13 years. The report also revealed that the sum of 8.89 billion naira was shared among the federating units as solid minerals revenue in 2020. The agency noted that the company's liabilities resulted from failure on the part of the 2,119 firms to face statutory annual service fees for various mineral titles. Meanwhile, bakers under the aegis of Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria are mulling a total shutdown of operations following the increases in the price of diesel in the past few days. The president of the association, Emmanuel Honora, made the declaration during an interview with journalists, saying the diesel price hike were taking a serious toll on bread production for its members. He called on the federal government to urgently accelerate efforts towards tackling the problems to avoid a shutdown of operations by its members. Muhammad Abba Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, new rounds of discussions between Russia and the Ukrainian officials has paused and will resume on Tuesday. Reports say that at least one person killed and 12 wounded when a shell hit a residential building in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. Russian-backed separatists in Donetsk say at least 16 people have been killed after remnants of a Ukrainian missile landed on city center. Authorities there say an evacuation convoy of about 160 cars has managed to leave the besieged Ukrainian city of Mariupol. Previous attempts to allow civilians to flee the southern city along humanitarian corridors have failed as Russian attacks continued. People who've escaped the city have spoken of desperate scenes as residents run out of food and clean water. And with this, we've come to the end of today's global news. But before we go, highlights of the major stories.